Hey, thanks for joining me for PerkStream on this August 2nd. God will see to it. Well, this last Sunday, I referred to a number of familiar verses out of Isaiah 55. And, I thought about it later. And I went, these are so familiar to me, and yet I don't think I've ever read them all together. And when I did read them all together, it's like I had this sort of aha moment, a new understanding, I guess you might say, about hearing the Lord's invitation in the midst of chaos, those times when we are really wanting to fear the most. Well, the chapter starts with this invitation to come and buy bread and wine and milk and do it without money. And you stop for a moment and go, well, that's a crazy idea. Who does that? Whoever does that, who gives it away? Well, the Lord does. The Lord is giving away a meal to those. And then he says, in fact, don't even wear yourself out because what you're wearing yourself out for will never satisfy you, will never help you. Just come to me and I will be your satisfaction. And so in this song, Isaiah continues to sing about how the Lord is going to bring together his people out of exile, along with a group of people who King David never knew as his own people, but they're going to come together under this new king, and they are going to find total satisfaction in the Lord's presence with a new ruler and a new set of circumstances that is meant to give them comfort and peace. And so Isaiah calls out again. He says, seek the Lord and turn away from your sin and everything else that you're doing to strive for what you want or what you think you need, and come to me and I will supply it. I will be your source of satisfaction. And I think we could really take this psalm to heart to go, what do I find satisfaction in, and where do I exclude the Lord from that? And I end up having to work so hard for my satisfaction because it will never last. The Lord is saying, I will give you lasting satisfaction. Well, are you still stuck back on that part about buying food with no money? Maybe you're trying to figure out how the Lord can be so generous to a rebellious people. And then we just need to remember our own circumstances. And the reason he can is because he tells us, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. My wisdom is so high above you that I'll just let you know this. When I speak, my word's going to go out. It's just going to be like the rain on the ground. The rain brings forth the harvest. My words are going to accomplish what I want them to. God will see to it that we are taken care of, that we are satisfied, and in his wisdom, he will do it in the best way possible. So when we're afraid, one response is for us to ramp up our energy and try to either build our own defense or find our own answers. And the Lord is saying, I can see to your peace. I can see to your well-being if you will trust in me. It takes courage to say, I will ask the Lord for help. I believe that. We may not understand his answers because his answers come from a wisdom that far exceeds our own, that's far above our own. But when we trusted him, it will turn our fear to joy and be just like that song. The mountains and the hills will sing, the trees will clap their hands as we go out with joy and be led forth in peace. And it's into that situation where things were falling apart that God's going to bring it all back together. So let's trust in him because the Lord will see to it. And we can be courageous and not fear because the Lord will be our joy. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope that encourages you. We will not be having PerkStream next week, August 9th, but we'll be back on the 16th as we continue our series, Encourage Over Fear, and looking at the life of Jonah and what we can take from his fearfulness and what that led him to and what we can do that would be a more of appropriate response to the Lord. God bless you. Have a great week, and have a great week next week as well. Take care.